This woman, she's a freshman in college. Let's call her Ryder. So one day, she's walking home from her friend's place through the park, and that's when a man jumps out and attacks her, and he does something to her that I can't say, but it starts with an R. And then the guy runs away, and police can't find him. Now, a few months later, Ryder is walking down the street, and she just so happens to run into him. This guy. His name is Broadwater. So she calls police arrest him, he goes to trial, they use hair analysis to tie him to the crime scene, and he's eventually sentenced to prison. Years later, Ryder writes a memoir about her experience in the park that day, and it gets published. The book is called Lucky, and it sells over 1 million copies, and it launches her career as a professional author. A few years after that, Ryder finishes writing a second book, and this book is called The Lovely Bones, and it blows up too, selling over 10 million copies. Then Peter Jackson gets involved and makes it into a movie starring Mark Wahlberg, and that movie is very successful. In fact, the movie is so successful, it catches the attention of this guy, Timothy. Now, Timothy owns a production company, and he wants to turn Ryder's first book into a movie, Lucky. So Timothy gets the rights, and he funds the movie, and he starts developing it, and Victoria Pedretti from You is supposed to star in it, and it's going to be a huge hit. I mean, everything is going great. Until Timothy starts researching the book so they can properly turn it into a movie. And he notices a lot of things in this story aren't adding up. So what's not adding up? Well, let's back this up a bit. Broadwater's arrested, he goes to trial, they use hair analysis to tie him to the crime scene, and eventually he's sentenced to prison. Broadwater's in prison for 16 years.